This is a public service announcement for anyone who may be offended by the contents of this episode, because I will offend you. This show is not about me. This show is all about you. This is Mahdi on Unfiltered.
Oh, let the idiots win. Oh, let the idiots win. You know, a while ago, my wife had said to me, she goes, yeah, she's like, I don't know how some of these people put themselves out there. She was like, I don't understand why you don't do it a little bit more, why so-and-so doesn't do it. And she was like, look at all these idiots that put themselves out there and they absolutely have no clue. And that's the truth of it. You see a lot of people that are somewhat stupid putting themselves out there in whatever way possible to gain social status through Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is. And they're idiots. They're just plain out stupid idiots. And then you have the really smart people. Like, I know so many smart people that don't even have an Instagram or a Facebook, and they don't put themselves out there because they're just like, oh no, I can't do that. You know, smarter people really aren't as sure of themselves as the stupid people, which is fucked up because there are a lot of fucking stupid people rolling around these days. And a lot of smart people aren't getting themselves out there a little bit more. And part of me is doing this because I'm trying to get myself out there a little bit more. I don't necessarily think I'm an idiot. If you think I'm an idiot, then that's fine. Your prerogative. I'm cool with it. You can send me a DM. Tell me why I'm an idiot. I'd love to know. Love to hear your feedback of why I'm a stupid idiot, which is cool. But in reality, when I look at some of the dietitians that are hitting the market right now, and I use dietitians a lot because these are people that usually regurgitate information and research that they didn't even friggin' do. They just kind of copy paste that shit and everyone thinks they're smart. But in reality, you're a fucking idiot. That's what it comes down to. You can't put together an idea for yourself and implement it for your clients or the people that follow you. And I only say that because as a coach, I was an apprentice to other coaches. You know, I learned baseball over the years. And one of the things that I learned is how to communicate to children. You know, I coach kids from the age of 12 to about 18. And one thing that I learned is how to be very creative with the methods that I teach them in. And the reason why I say that is because what you learned, the copy-paste routine, doesn't work for everybody. It's just common sense. And if you think it works for everybody, then again, you're a stupid fucking idiot. That's just what it comes down to. So, point being is 2 years ago, I'm giving a personal training session to a group of kids where we're doing some hitting drills, we're doing some pitching drills, everything. And then one of the kids had an issue with their hitting. So I said, look, we're going to forego the tee right now. I want you hitting a ball on a line. I want you to try and get on top of the baseball because he was coming underneath the whole time. So I was like, I really want you to try and get on top of the baseball a little bit. Let's try and even the swing out. And he was like, okay, all right, coach, well, how are we going to do this? So I took a wiffle ball, put a string in between the wiffle ball, the little holes in there, tied it on 2 poles, and I said, okay, there you go. Come down on the ball, hit it. All right, I want you to get the top half of the baseball. Find that top half. Once we find that top half, we're going to go and we're going to do some more soft toss, and we're going to find the middle of the baseball. So we'd work around it. I was very creative in that approach, especially when I didn't have the tools. Now, a nutritionist, a trainer, or a coach, 90% of the time is going to follow the same guidelines that they learned in whatever cockamamie book they got or whatever research study they found. And it doesn't work for everybody. And when you see someone that stupid coming out and saying, oh, you should do frickin' hip thrust because it's going to make your booty bigger. Well, guess what? You know what makes your booty bigger too? Squats. Yeah, squats will make your booty bigger too. It's just not hip thrusts. And people will see that and they'll see, you know, the Insta famous chick that's doing all these hip thrusts up and down, like she's humping the air. And she'll say, yeah, that's how I got my booty bigger, by doing all these hip thrust variations. Then you go into a gym and you see all these women doing hip thrusts. It's just like with the guys. You know, guys, they'll all say, oh, no, don't do back squats. You'll hurt your back. Yeah, like, dude, if you don't do back squats, you're going to hurt your back anyways because you're not fortifying. You're not doing a compound movement. You're not building that muscle. So it's kind of like when you see the big guys saying, no, just use the machine. Just use the machine. Sit on your ass and work one muscle rather than doing a compound movement, which works all the muscles. Yeah, no, yeah. Because that shit works, don't you know? That shit friggin' definitely works. No, it doesn't. What works is what works for you. So maybe the machine might work for you. I don't know. That's just dependent on you, your goals, and your capabilities. But at the end of the day, if you are a person who's not evaluating the information that is given to you by the fashionista or whatever the fuck it's called these days, then you're a fucking idiot too. That's just how the cookie crumbles. You need to filter out the good, the bad, and the ugly. Usually I look at the ugly just to see how stupid motherfuckers are these days. But I also look at the good and I'm like, wow, that's actually a really good approach. Maybe I'll use that, or maybe I'll put a slight twist on it for my clients to see how the cue would work. There's so many different things in life that we look at, and, we'll take the first bit of information that we see in a world that is filled with a lot of horseshit information these days. And a lot of the horseshit information is being passed down by these people, the idiots that are putting themselves out there. So my plea to you, smart people, is put yourselves out there more. Get yourself out there. Stop being afraid of other people's opinions that are going to be placed on you, and put your opinions out there, your ideas out there, because I guarantee you someone will benefit from it. Someone will come forward and say, wow, that was a great idea. I use that every day, and it's made a huge difference in my life. That's the whole point of it, man. Like, right now, we're at the point where we're really not making friends like we used to. We're just making them on Instagram or Facebook or whatever the hell it is, Snapchat, whatever your poison is, you pick it. And for me, I make a lot of friends that add value to my life and benefits where I can actually learn from them. And the stupid people, the fashionistas or whatever it is, shit, man, I have learned my lesson. I followed a fashionista or whatever the fuck they're called, a couple of years ago. And they promoted a meal plan or a meal prep company. They bring you your food, whatever it is. So I messaged someone that knows them and I was like, have you tried this? Oh yeah, we love it. It's fucking awesome. They love it. It's great. So I order it and it was the worst goddamn food I had ever tasted in my life. It was horrendously horrible. So whatever. Okay. Move past that. I have another friend who's on Instagram. You could call them somewhat of an influencer. And I did the same thing. I ordered the food or whatever the package was. And again, this time they were supposed to follow macros. I swear, I shit you not. I got like 2 kilos of just chicken. There was no sauce. There was nothing. It was just dry ass chicken. And I was like, you expect me to eat this shit? Like, it was just horrible. And I was just like, this is unbelievable. 2 people of influential status that I knew basically sold me bullshit. And a lot of the times these days, we're seeing it more and more and more and more, especially amongst my friends, where they're like trying to act as a paid athlete or a promotional athlete. And, like, they're my friends. So when you post it and I try it and it sucks, I'm looking at you like you're an idiot selling stupid shit. Now, I've done that before. I have posted meals or food on my gram from a restaurant. People are like, is it good? I'm like, yeah, I love it. I really like the brand. I like their food. It's good food. I get a message the next day, oh, this food was horrible, whatever. I was like, look, dude, this is my taste preference, my personal preference for taste. If I like food that tastes like shit, then I like food that tastes like shit. If I like Michelin 5 status, then I like Michelin 5 status. But that's my personal preference. I'm sorry it sucked for you. I'm very sorry. And if there's a time where I post something and they say they have really bad service is where I can call my friend, the owner, or whoever I know and be like, hey, dude, your service needs to be on point. A, B, C, D happened. What are you going to do for my friend? How are you going to make it up for them? And 99.9% of the time, the company that I posted about will make it up to that person. And personally, I am not sponsored. I would not get sponsored because I would hold my status or my value at a lot more than what any of these assholes can pay me. I mean, like, let's put it this way, okay? I ain't gonna give 4 to 5% to people that I like, okay? That's just not happening. That's just not smart business for me. That places a low value on me as a person or as a influencer in quotations. give a substantial discount, 15 to 20%. Personally, it's going to be more than 20% if you want to talk to me, all right? Because at the end of the day, there are these influencers that have like 1 million followers and shit. Great, good for you. But you know what? I got 30 good friends, or 40 or 50 or 100 or 200 or 300 friends that will say, oh yeah, he posted about this. He's a smart guy. This must really work for him. And boom, they're like, yeah, you know what? That worked. That's great. But then the idiot who's yapping away about, oh, this diet supplement did wonders for me. This tea is so good. It's like, dude, you're an idiot. Because if it was so good and it works so well, the rest of the goddamn world would be using it too. That's just reality. It's like these assholes who come to me and say, yeah, I take this stuff. It's called black seed. I mix it, I blend it, I eat it, I snort it, I inject it. You're a fucking idiot. Because if this shit was so good and it cured all ailments, including cancer and whatever else that's out there, the entire world would be buying it and its price would be astronomically high. I'm not saying there's no benefit to it, because I think there's a benefit to anything in life, or any supplement within reason, as long as it's not like a steroid. But even steroids, there are benefits to them when you're older. I'm not saying all, roiders are idiots. No, but if you go to an anti-aging clinic and you do it a lot smarter, then you're a smart person. If you say, hey man, here's some steroids, dude, I ain't buying off the asshole in the bathroom in the gym. Don't be that guy, all right? Don't be the guy on Instagram either saying, oh, you take A, B, and C dosage and you're going to gain muscle. You're an asshole and an idiot, because everybody's different. You should get tested before you try any of that shit, all right? If someone was smart, they would say, hey, before you take steroids, go get tested, see if your testosterone's low, see if you have any ailments, see if you have anything that will render a higher side effect. Don't just take anything from here, because some asshole said to. It's just stupid. You're stupid and he's stupid. You're both fucking idiots. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to get across, the point that I'm trying to make, is you need to evaluate the information that you are given from the masses in a better way. Filter it out. See who's good, who's bad, and who's ugly. That's just how it rolls. And if you think I'm an idiot, good for you. Because personally, I really don't give a shit these days. So unfollow me, do whatever you want, doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, I want you to know that now I make very calculated decisions. And if a product is shitty, I will probably come out and say it sucks. That's a guarantee. And luckily for me, so far so good. I haven't had to get any arguments with some of my friends over products that I have bought, except for a few times. There have been a few incidences, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to name the company or the products that I bought, but I was disappointed when my friends called me and they're like, hey, dude, you said this company was good and they had quality shit and, now it's all fucked up. And I'm like, all right, sorry, man, that's my bad. Because personally, I'd bought something else when that did happen. And I still don't understand how these fanatics are putting themselves out there and they're stupid and they really shouldn't be, because they just haven't gotten to that status. And the worst part is they'll go and they'll get friggin' some 24-hour certificate and then claim they're a friggin' expert. Where when you have the real experts who are actually doing their job, that's why they don't post, by the way, because they're actually doing work. They're accomplishing something. They're not idiots. They need to put themselves out there more. So smart people, get your asses out there, get your opinions out there, and get shit done.
Thanks for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed it, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. You can also find us on Instagram at The Project Thank You, and join us next time.